Did your parents value your life? My parents were so obsessed with their careers, they barely knew I existed. So I decided to test exactly how much they'd notice if I disappeared. It started small. I'd accidentally cut myself with kitchen knives and walk into their home office bleeding. They'd hand me a Band-Aid without looking up from their laptops. I broke my arm, falling off our roof on purpose. They drove me to urgent care while on a conference call, never asking how it happened. So I escalated dramatically. I started putting myself in real danger to see when they'd finally panic. I'd walk across busy highways during rush hour, hoping they'd get a call from the hospital. Climbed electrical towers in thunderstorms while they worked late. Even left fake suicide notes around the house to see if they'd find them and react. Nothing. They were too busy closing deals and attending meetings to notice their son was literally risking his life for attention every single day. When I turned 16, I decided on the ultimate test. I researched the most dangerous hiking trail in our state, one where people actually died every year from exposure and falls. Left a detailed note on the kitchen counter about exactly where I was going and when I'd be back. If they cared at all, they'd worry when I didn't return by the deadline. I spent 3 horrific days on that mountain with no supplies, drinking muddy stream water and eating random berries that made me sick. Got completely lost by day 2, nearly fell off a cliff trying to find the trail, and was stalked by what I'm pretty sure was a mountain lion. By the second night, I was hallucinating from dehydration and hypothermia. Day 3, I could barely walk and thought I was going to die alone up there. When I finally stumbled home, exhausted and half dead with torn clothes and infected cuts all over my body, I found my parents exactly where I'd left them 3 days earlier, still sitting at their computers in the same clothes. My note was still on the kitchen counter, completely unread and untouched. They hadn't even noticed I was gone for 3 entire days. That's when I realized they'd already answered my question years ago. I meant absolutely nothing to them. I went straight to my room and packed everything I owned into a single backpack. Took the $3,000 I'd saved from birthday money and odd jobs over the years. Left one final note on their keyboards. Gone forever this time. Don't bother looking for me. I hitchhiked to Portland that same night and never looked back once. Got a job washing dishes at a 24-hour diner when I turned 17. Moved in with 3 other runaway kids who'd also escaped from neglectful families. We became our own chosen family and support system. The first few months were brutal. I slept on couches and park benches when the shelter was full. Ate ramen for weeks straight because it was all I could afford. But every single day was better than living in that house where I was invisible. My roommates taught me things my parents never did. How to cook actual meals. How to budget money. How to fill out job applications properly. Sarah showed me how to do laundry without ruining everything. Marcus helped me get my GED since I dropped out to leave home. We looked out for each other in ways our real families never had. After 2 years, I got promoted to line cook. Started taking community college classes at night. Met Lisa in my English composition class. She'd also run away from neglectful parents when she was 17. We understood each other's trauma without having to explain it to anyone else who wouldn't get it. 5 years after leaving, I got a random text from my dad asking if I was still living at home because they were selling the house and needed to know about my stuff. They'd literally forgotten I existed and ran away. I didn't even respond. 6 months later, I saw a missing person poster with my photo from when I was 16. They'd only reported me missing to sell the house legally and clear any liability issues. I'm 24 now, married to Lisa, who actually notices when I leave the room and asks about my day every single time. We're expecting our first kid next month, and I've already started planning how to be everything my parents never were. Our baby will never have to risk their life just to feel seen or loved by us. Sometimes the best family is the one you choose and build yourself from absolutely nothing at all.